Summer's here and I feel like driving, headed out to Misquamicut Beach. Sunny days, there's no denying the summer tan's not out of reach. Surf, sun and sand, come and get your tan. Surf, sun and sand, Misquamicut Beach where the ocean meets the sand. Wham bam, surf, sun and sand. Surf, sun, and sand. Come on, get you a tan. Wham, bam. Surf, sun, and sand. Misquamicut Beach where the ocean meets the sand. Wham, bam. Surf, sun, and sand. Surf, sun, and sand. Wham, bam.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Misquamicut Beach Show, the Springfest preview. It rolls on. My name is Ben Barber. I am your host, and today I am talking to an incredibly talented artist, an incredibly talented illustrator, and a good friend of mine, a decent friend of mine. I know him, Mr. Kevin Hinkle. Kevin, how are you, my friend?
Hey, what's up? How's it going, Ben?
I'm fantastic. I think it's really exciting. We are all being treated right now to Kevin on Facecam, which never happens. A little behind the scenes stuff.
That's true.
You were at Springfest last year and you did a preview for us, and you just drew the whole time.
I wasn't here.
And yeah, exactly. And when you do your live streams, we don't see your face.
That's true. Yeah, last year, most of the time because I live stream all the time, and I'm usually never on camera because why would I be? Nobody cares about me. They care about what I draw. But we're having a repeat, so I needed to up the ante from last year, so I decided to be on camera.
That's amazing. I was wondering if you even had the capability of showing people your face.
I have a tripod. It's not at the ready. It is buried, so I have to dig it out and plug it in to turn the camera on.
But I do love it that on your live streams, on your Twitch streams, you have a character of yourself, a little illustrated, animated Mr. Hinkle who talks. When you talk, sometimes it lines up, and
this little guy.
Yeah. Let's see him. Right there.
That guy. Yeah, it's a cartoon version. And
quick question: how come the cartoon version has a full beard when you just have this glorious stash?
So this is out of date. I need to update this. The thing is that on the cartoon version, well, this is the cartoon. On the illustration, it's a lot more faded. But with an enamel pen, you're like limited to what colors you can use. So it's like it was a force. It looks more full than it actually is. But the illustration of it is not quite. That's where the mustache is pronounced on the cartoon. So this is out of date. This doesn't even have like the excellent handlebar mustache, and this is not the beard. The mustache is down for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. So it has to take a break, but it'll be up in full salute at the event.
Excellent. So you were at Springfest last year on Saturday and Sunday. You're going to be back this year. You're going to be doing commissioned drawings for people. You're going to have custom drawings that people can purchase. You're going to have all sorts of artwork, stickers, everything. What did you think last year, Springfest, your first time?
I thought it was a lot of fun. So, it was different for me in that I don't ever do things outdoors. So, I'm an artist. Most of my stuff, which you can see behind me, is paper, and they may be waterproof, but they're still just stickers that are on pieces of paper. So usually the outdoor elements are my natural enemy. So I don't usually do a lot of outdoor events. And although there were moments of a little bit of mist and a little bit of wind, in general, I was very happy with how everything played out. So I was like, yeah, I could do it again. It remains the only show I do outdoors. I don't do any other outdoor shows all year long. It's the only one. Just you guys.
For us. I love it. You are no stranger to the area. However, you don't live here in Rhode Island or in Westerly. but you frequent the Stonington, the Velvet Mill,
Yep.
and you do some of the art fairs over there. So what do you think of the area in general?
I love the area. It's definitely, that the wider shoreline, mystic beach vibe, kind of the old school, it's like small town village-ish kind of. It's nice. I like it. I enjoy it. So I live in East Windsor, Connecticut. So I'm like way up top, Farmer Brown's
Don't
down
dox
the road.
yourself, man. Don't
It's fine. It's fine.
Right.
You guys,
Right.
hey, you want to buy stuff? Come by. I'll meet you outside. But so it's very different than where I am because I'm very much surrounded with farmlands and mostly landlocked. So it's nice to go out there and see water.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice. It's lovely.
I love it. So what are you working on right now?
All the things, everything. So what's really big, what's huge between now and when I was at Springfest last year, right, is I've released 3 books.
3?
Yeah. So that's kind of a big deal. So that kind of happened. I was working on 2 of them back then, right? Back last year. But they weren't out yet. And so now all 3 of them are out. The last one just landed, and it's getting sent out to Kickstarter backers next week. And so I think hopefully I'll have some in hand for this show, but they're all out. All 3 of them are out. And so that's really exciting. That's huge. That's a big deal.
Can you tell us what the books are?
Sure. So the first one is a children's book. I'm kind of wearing the shirt, sneaking out there. So first one is a kid's book. And so I illustrated that with Brian Saviano, who I think you'll probably have on at some point. So he wrote it. Never again. Never. One and done. So he wrote it. I illustrated it. And that's aimed at the next generation of gamers, kids that want to be YouTubers, but it's called The Pro Gamer's Guide to Healthy Habits. So it's a children's book. It's a lot of fun because it has kind of the vibes and the visual feel of kind of like a Minecraft, kind of like Lego, kind of like Roblox, but it's none of those things. So it's its own style, its own visual identity, and it's trying to, meet kids where they are, right? Because they want to be gamers, they want to be obsessed with YouTube, they want to do all that, but also try to instill some self-care, healthy habits, and how to do it the right way. So that's one. So that's one. Then I decided to release a collection of my drawings from my live streams. So I mentioned earlier I do live streaming every single week. I've done it for 5 years. So I've drawn over 3,000 people's requests on Twitch, Facebook Live, Instagram Live. And I wanted to celebrate that with a little book. So So it's a 100-page book. It's a 100-page book that has about 850 of my live stream drawings specifically. So it's an art book. It's very much like a coffee table book. And it is just a collection of drawings that were just drawn live, just per viewer request. And then the third one is a fantasy novel that's aimed at 14 and up. It's kind of a middle ground between a graphic novel and a traditional novel. It is fiction, vampires, werewolves, ghouls, goblins, skeletons, kind of adventure-y. And that is a 100-page book that I also fully illustrated with a team. So that we actually had a background artist. So I didn't do any of the backgrounds. I won't take all the credit, but I did all the character design work for that. And that's the one that just landed. I'm hoping, I think I should have it. We'll see. Hopefully I'll have that in time for the event. So that one's aimed more at the young adult kind of audience.
What goes into making a children's book?
Oh man. So,
or a book in general.
Yeah.
A book in general.
Sure.
Because Pro Gamer's Guide was a lot different than the one that you just finished.
Yeah, very, very different. For context. And so the art book's kind of that was just me scraping all my stuff and putting it together in a book. But the kids' book, all in all, from beginning to end, for me as the illustrator, I think about 6 to 8 weeks of work, right? The other one, Grasslands, which is a fantasy novel, that was about 2 years of work. So it's very different scales of workload, but boiled down to the core, the elements that are the same is that you need to go through a development phase, right? You need to iron out what are the characters, what do they look like, what are the scenes that need to be drawn, and then you draw them. So that's, I mean, the very, very simplified explanation of what a book is. But the thing I enjoy the most is the concept development phase. That's where you're like, okay, here's the character. Here's 2 sentences to explain who they are. I'm going to draw them 5 different ways, and we're going to figure out which one's the coolest way. And then I love concept art. I love doing concept art stuff.
I love it. We're trying to, my lovely assistant is trying to find some of your books around the house, which we do have. Here's one of them. This is Programmer's Guide to Healthy Habits, and I believe this is a signed copy.
Is it?
Do we have your signature in here? No.
I don't know.
We have Brian's. We have Brian's, and it's a special. This is because there's a lot of signed copies, but Brian put a roar in there for Braden specifically, and if you just look at this is the one where he. Thank you so much. To my lovely assistant. This is the one that Braden actually reads because I can tell because it's all beaten up and taped and stuff.
That's a sign of love and appreciation.
Absolutely. So this is such a high quality book, and all of the illustrations are gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
And this book will soon be. So it was released about a year ago.
Yeah.
And it was done with a Kickstarter.
Yep.
That was, the Kickstarter was matched in an hour, and and then it raised over $30,000 for the Kickstarter. It was done a lot of cool stuff. You did a full tell-all podcast with Brian that I was happy to be a part of for this. This book, the hardcover was exclusively for Kickstarter in the first round of printing. But it is now going to be available very soon on Amazon and everyone can purchase books. How exciting is that to be like almost fully sold out of the first printing of your book?
That's incredible.
And now be onto the soft cover.
That's incredible. I mean, up to this point, right? The Kickstarter and the initial batch of hardcover books has been pretty isolated to the audience and community that Brian and myself have, which is nothing to sneeze at, right? It's not like we don't appreciate the people that follow us, support our work, follow us online and all that. That's great. But it hasn't had that opportunity to get outside of our bubbles at all, really. And so it's really exciting, a little scary, but mostly exciting to finally have that mass distribution, right? And to get it out to the entire ethos of people that may be interested. That's really, really exciting. And who knows where it's going to go? No one knows it could be amazing, or great. It's either amazing or great. It's not going to be bad.
So you had an idea for a book 2. I've heard a lot of stuff about a book 2. And back in January, Brian, who again is a terrible person, rumored, Brian, wonderful guy, maybe, Brian announced in January that there would be a big Pro Gamers Guide announcement.
Yes.
On April 1st.
Yeah.
And that announcement was a sequel to the book.
Yes. Give the people what they want.
Which was Pro Gamers Guide to Taxes.
Serious subject.
Kevin, whose idea was it to write a children's book about taxes?
It's a tricky subject because whose idea was it to write? Like, I don't write anything. I'm not a writer. So I don't have any ideas or ambitions to write anything. But I certainly wanted to draw a cover for a book about taxes.
It was an epic April Fool's joke to finally announce the long-awaited sequel.
There it is.
And here it is. As
a joke, as a prank.
As a prank. Is there a book 2 coming, a real book 2?
Wait, yes, there is. Yep.
You've heard it here, maybe first, maybe not.
Nah, not first. But yes, there's a real follow-up. But
and then finally, was this one signed? This better be signed. Come on. Boom.
Is that that would be in the And
here is the deal book.
Yep.
And Lovely. Now, actually, the Springfest preview made it into the book. Last year's Springfest preview made it into the book.
Yep.
And let me see if I can find it.
Yeah. So last year when I was on, as we were mentioning, I was drawing. And I was like, I'll draw Ben, because why wouldn't I? And when I was putting that together, that, this was a live stream. It's a live interview. So I was collecting all of the artwork from all of the live streams. And that is not just my own live streams on my own social channels through Twitch Live or whatever, but it was also some of the crossover collaborative streams I had done with other creators and other people and other interviews, which isn't a lot, but it's also another pool of artwork to pull from. And so I was like, well, we got to put Ben in here. Ben's got to go in there.
So I appreciate that. Here's the Beatles. Caswell will love that. There's the Beatles.
Yeah. Drawn live before a live audience.
Right. And most of these are drawn in just like a couple minutes, just incredibly quickly. Oh my God, you drew wrestler Adam Bomb?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I bought that. We went to see you at the Velvet Mill on Braden's birthday, who is my best friend's son. And I got him this book that day, right?
Yep.
And everybody's looking at it. And I did not know that I was in this book. And then of course some of the relatives happened to go, Of course, Ben, you got him a book with you in it.
With yourself in it.
That's why you got him the book, which is not true. But here
we go. Look.
Wait, there it is. There it is.
There we go.
There I am.
Right next to Angelina Jolie and here. MC Bat Commander from the Aquabats.
As I should be.
And Gene Simmons' tongue.
Speaking of Gene Simmons' tongue, I interviewed Saturday night, 8:30, Strutter, America's #1 Kiss tribute band, will be at Springfest. So
awesome.
Yeah, speaking of Gene Simmons' tongue.
See? It's relevant.
Yeah. So just fantastic stuff on
Thank
here.
you.
Where can people watch you draw every week?
So I live stream on Twitch. So twitch.tv/Mr. Hinkle Draws, which is the social handle you see down there below my name. Whoop, right there. That is what I am on all the socials. And you look for this. You see this little cartoony guy with the orange background. So I live stream on Twitch every week, every Thursday from 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern, unless I'm traveling or I'm sick. But I'm pretty consistent. I'm almost always there every week. But I have done live streaming on YouTube before, and I still have a YouTube channel, and there's a lot of content on there. And sometimes I repost old live streams. So if you're afraid of Twitch for whatever reason, which there are people that are, I am related to some, that you can go watch stuff after the fact on YouTube. And I've done live streams on Instagram before, and I've tried other stuff, but Twitch is where I focus on live streaming.
Excellent. And Grasslands, by the way, I've seen a lot of stuff from Grasslands, and I think that everybody should go pre-order that or get that wherever they can. And all of this stuff, the doodle book, there's also I got a commission last year. So last year I got a commission from Kevin during Springfest. Which was very nice, and he made it there while he was fighting off all of the people who wanted him to draw them and purchase stickers and stuff. And he drew me a very wonderful, nice commission to impress a girl, which I think it worked out. So thank you very much, Kevin. I owe you a debt of gratitude.
Shut up, by all means. It was fun. I mean, that's the best problem to have, right? You have a lot of people that want something drawn, and that is something I offer when I go to shows. And I actually have that drawing. I can share my screen so you guys can see what I drew. Do it. Let me share. Yes, I allow this. So yeah, this was the actual commission that you had, which is Prince. Hey, the artist formerly known as. But yeah, I offer on-site commissions at every event I do. They are hand-drawn traditional commissions. So this is, as opposed to working digitally, which is what I do most of my work. So like when you guys see me at a show, You'll see a bunch of these poster prints and you'll see a bunch of these stickers. That's all digital. That's all digital stuff. I use the tablet and the stylus. Not that it's any less real, but when I'm at shows, I bring my Copic markers, I bring my pencils and my pens, regular old paper, and I draw it before your very eyes, and you can take it with you. You have a tangible thing to take with you. And
these make fantastic gifts.
Yeah.
These make fantastic gifts.
And they don't take too long, to be honest. Depending on how much detail, and when I say detail, I mean how much of the character you want. So like I offer, like if you want just like the head, the bust of a character versus half a body or full body, and then how detailed you want it. So if you just want a pencil sketch versus a inked line drawing versus a full polished colored piece, which is what you're looking at. This is half body, full color. It can take me about 45 minutes to an hour to do. So it's you can come by, you can order something with, you have a favorite character from pop culture. Like say, for example, I really like Boba Fett. Can you draw me Boba Fett? Like you can place that order. You do have to pay up front because, hey, I don't need to draw something and then you run away and never come back. But then you can just pop by in like an hour and you can pick it up. So that was another commission I did at another show. And so it is very unique. I can pretty much draw whatever you want. I mean, obviously my style tends to lean a little bit more cartoony. So if you're looking for a hyper realistic portrait of somebody, it's probably not going to be me, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it. And yeah, last year at Springfest, I had a lot of people. I think I had like maybe 5 commissions at the show, which is a lot for me. I average like 2 per show. So it's a lot of fun and I enjoy doing it.
Well, because the commissions, I mean, there's a ton of stuff for people to purchase and people to do.
Yeah.
These commissions, like these commissions that are they're incredibly it's a big deal to have an artist draw something and make something and take an hour out of their festival for you, out of the event for you.
Yeah.
So and I will be getting, we talked about this literally like 6 months ago, a year ago. I have another commission ready to go for you.
Nice. Locked and loaded.
So, and I think you know what it is already.
Oh, perfect. So here's another example I just opened up. This is Sonic the Hedgehog. And I think this is another really great example of like the uniqueness of this gift. I'm not just trying to sell myself, just so you guys know, but I was at another show. Most of the time I do Comic-Cons, so you'll see me at a lot of Comic-Cons, but there was a father there with his son who's really young, probably about 5 or 6. And it was his first Comic-Con, right? Little Timmy had never been to Comic-Con before. And so his dad said, you know what? Part of Comic-Con is seeing these cool artists, like comic industry artists and indie artists, and they're doing their thing. Son, I'm going to buy you a commission. Which artist do you want? And his son picked me. Probably because I had a lot of Nintendo stuff and Pokemon and Minecraft, but whatever, it doesn't matter. But he picked my stuff and he's like, I like that artist. And so, he brought over his kid and he's like, what would you like this artist to draw for you? And he's like, I want Sonic. And so I opened up my phone. I mean, it was adorable. I was like, which Sonic do you want? I just brought up Google and was like, do you have a preference? Because there's a lot of different Sonic. Mm-hmm. It's like, I want the movie Sonic. It's like, okay. So they left. They enjoyed the show. They came back probably a couple hours later, which is usually what people do. They come, they enjoy themselves. And they come back 2, 3, 4 hours later. I don't need that much time, but that's usually what they do. And the kid and the dad like passed out. They were like, you drew this? I'm like, yeah, I drew this. It's real. I drew this for you. And he took it home. He framed it. And he's like, that's when the dad told me the whole story about, oh, this is my son's first like he didn't tell me all that at the beginning. He was like, this is my son's first Comic-Con and I want him to have something special. And you knocked this out of the park, man. Like, we're going to always remember this. Like, this was a unique thing for him at his very first event. It's one of my favorites too. I really like this piece. So it can be a really unique gift for somebody.
That is incredible. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I'm excited. As you can tell, we're a big fan of your work.
Yeah, with the pile,
pile of stuff. And
you honor me, sir.
Well, thank you. And I think it's fantastic. So I can't wait to get my commission. And by the way, from you, that's the commissioned art piece, because that sounds like I get a commission out of everything that you know. So, if you want to throw me some
checks in the mail. Checks in the mail.
But I think it's fantastic. You honored me by putting me in this book and by making that for me. You can check him out, twitch.tv/Mr. Hinkle Draws.
Mhm.
And check him out on social.
All the
But
places.
really, I mean, Dave, who a lot of people that are watching this knows, my best friend Dave, and producing partner for the last 20 years, almost 20 years. Whew, don't like saying that. He watches your live streams religiously, and it's just the coolest, chillest place to
I appreciate it.
to do. The same way that so many people from our generation and younger generations now are watching, Bob Ross on Netflix to chill out.
Yeah.
It's you have that kind of a vibe and that kind of a, it's a very awesome, unique talent, and you'll draw things at the drop of a hat for somebody, and do all sorts of fun challenges and fun things, and it's really spectacular, and I can't wait to get to hang out with you again at Springfest. You will be there Saturday and Sunday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I don't know, but the whole weekend with Brian Saviano.
Yep.
You'll be there the whole weekend with Brian Saviano, aka Bricks O'Brien.
Hey, it's fun when we're together because you get the author and the illustrator at one time, which doesn't always happen.
That's true. And Brian's okay, and Kevin is actually likable, so it's fantastic.
We balance out. We bring the average.
Absolutely. And Brian, Brian just hosted a very successful Mario Kart tournament at the United Theater. So you guys are no stranger to the local scene down here in Westerly and Misquamicut. And I just got to say thank you for everything that you do. And I didn't get a self-portrait this time during the live stream, but hopefully you'll come back for Fall Fest or Spring Fest so that I can get more free artwork out of you.
Always. I mean, hey, would I even be an artist if I didn't just draw for exposure?
Mm-hmm. No, you wouldn't. So
I wouldn't be.
No. So thank you. I'd like a if you could make me like super buff next time.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
Like me on the beach with like a surfboard. Kevin, do not draw that ever. Thank you. No, stop it. Take that stylus away. Well, all right. So May 12th through the 14th, Misquamicut State Beach, Misquamicut Beach Springfest. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, Kevin Hinkle, Kevin A. Hinkle.
Hey, the A stands for artist.
Is that true?
Nope, but it works.
It does work. It most certainly does work. It's always a pleasure, I guess, to talk to you. I don't know why I said I guess. But thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, I hope to see you guys. Thanks a lot for having me on, and I'll be there. I've got lots of stuff. I actually have over 300 products of my artwork that I have with me. So
it's crazy, and they're all incredible, honestly. When I came to see you, and your booth is great, and when I came to see you in Stonington a couple weeks ago, it was like there's so many things that you. And basically any character that you ever, my favorite thing that I got from you last year, because you have a ton of little stickers and stuff, is my favorite Peppa Pig scene.
Yeah, the phone.
The when Peppa asks if her friend can whistle, and her friend whistles, and she hangs up the phone. It's the funniest scene.
I just got 3 new ones that just arrived. So here's sneak peek. Here's Wednesday Addams.
Oh, amazing.
Kind of shiny, but she's there.
Yep.
And then people like the memes, right? Because we got Shrek. The Shrek meme. Sorry, that's focusing on me.
Yep.
Shrek meme. And then one of my favorite cartoons of all time is The Amazing World of Gumball. It's on Cartoon Network. So this is Gumball doing a crazy face.
Wow. So any little area of pop culture that you might
into, there'll be something, I promise.
Kevin has something, and if he doesn't, just let him know, and he'll probably
draw it.
Best. Yeah,
then I'll make it.
He'll draw it for you. Yeah, and if there's something specific you want, get a commission. It's worth it. It's fantastic, and So, thank you, Kevin. I will talk to you soon, and as we say always, bye for now.
Bye for now, everybody.
Misquamicut Beach Springfest, May 12th, 13th, and 14th. It is 5 to 11 on Friday, 11 to 11 on Saturday, and 11 to 5 on Sunday. Bring your kids, bring your family, bring your wife. It's the opposite of that Intruder song. Don't hide your kids. Bring them, bring everybody, bring the whole family. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. We'll see you guys next time. See you at the beach.
Surf, sun, and sand, great food, a Ferris wheel, rides, games, and fun. That's what's in store for you at the Misquamicut Spring Festival, May 12th, 13th, and 14th at Misquamicut State Beach. The Misquamicut Spring Festival is a family-friendly event with non-stop music, including a Kenny Chesney tribute and a Kiss tribute. There's carnival rides, karate demos, commercial vendors, arts and crafts, and even a food truck rodeo. MisquamicutFestival.org.